trainer or assistant trainer to Jean Pascal, Roy Jones Jr. I'm not sure whether he's head trainer or assistant, whatever. But he came out shortly after the Pascal Boutte fight, and he said that he believes Pascal should fight a rematch with Carl Froch next. Now, there's obviously been a lot of speculation about whether Pascal's going to step in the ring with his countryman, Adonis Stevenson, or possibly fight against Sergey Kovalev. Those are the two opponents that people have been talking about for Jean Pascal. Pascal seems uninterested in fighting either of those guys at the moment. So maybe the possibility of a rematch with Froch could be there. But the only way I see that happening is if Froch is willing to step up to 175 pounds or maybe fight at a catchweight. Because Pascal is huge even for a light heavyweight. I know he fought Froch the first time around at 168, but that was a long time ago. Several years ago. Pascal's grown even bigger since then. And he's a big light heavyweight. So I can't see him making 168 again. I think it'd be very detrimental for Pascal to do that. So I can't see the fight happening. And we know Froch has said that he's not willing to step up to 175. So unless someone budges, unless Carl Froch budges and decides that he will go up to 175 or maybe fight a catchweight, then I can't see the fight happening. But it's interesting that Roy Jones Jr., who he's only been with Pascal for one fight, and we know that Roy Jones Jr. is Pascal's idol. He modeled his whole style on Roy Jones Jr. He don't do it as well as Roy Jones, obviously. Roy Jones is a once-in-a-generation kind of fighter. The kind of reflexes and speed that he had in his prime was unprecedented. I've never seen anything like it in my lifetime. But Roy Jones, for him to come out and say he would like Pascal to fight Carl Froch next and not Stevenson or Kovalev, that's interesting. Is he basically trying to say that he doesn't think Pascal would have that good a chance against Stevenson or Kovalev? I mean, Pascal against Stevenson in Canada would be a huge fight. Arguably just as big, if not bigger, than fighting Froch in the UK. So, I don't know. I'm interested as to why Roy Jones has gone down that avenue. Now, it has to be said that Pascal is apparently good friends with Adonis Stevenson these days. They're both Canadian. They're both born in Haiti. So they have a lot in common, and obviously both boxers and light heavyweight boxers. So they have a lot in common, and a lot of people are speculating that their friendship really is genuine and they're tight. But when there's this kind of money on the table, even guys who are friends can end up fighting each other in the ring. So I'll be surprised if Stevenson's people are not at least interested in a Pascal fight. But again, Stevenson, whenever people have mentioned Pascal to him, he's always kind of been a bit vague and a bit, non-committal about saying whether he'd want to fight Pascal or not. He's more interested in talking about Hopkins and Carl Froch and stuff like that. He's never really been interested in talking about Pascal. And even lately, he's been saying that he will fight Kovalev this year, but nothing about Pascal. So apparently Pascal, I didn't see the post-fight interview myself, but Pascal said that he alluded to the idea that he won't fight Stevenson because Stevenson is black, which is ridiculous, obviously. I mean, if you don't want to fight black fighters, you might be black yourself. If you don't want to fight black fighters, don't be a boxer, right? Because you're gonna fight black people, all right? If you're boxing, so that's ridiculous. He fought Bernard Hopkins twice. He was black, so. It is what it is. To me, it's kind of foolish to even say something like that. But we know that he probably is genuinely friends with Adonis Stevenson. Now, the funny thing is, Stevenson and Pascal did fight in the amateurs. And I'm not sure how many times they fought, but there's a short video, which is, I think, the first round or maybe the first round and a half of one of their amateur fights. And it's actually a pretty damn good fight, especially for an amateur fight. I'll put an annotation link on screen right now to the Adonis Stevenson Jean Pascal amateur fight. It's only one round. I can't find the other parts of the fight, but the first round alone, there's a standing count. There's loads of big punches landed. There's a lot of aggression, and in fact, Pascal probably gets the better of it It's interesting. Again, this is a long time ago. I think this fight was back in 2003. Both guys have come on a lot since then. It's only a 3 or 4 round fight, whatever it was. And as we know, as a professional, Pascal's got a lot of stamina problems. So it's not necessarily an indication of how a professional fight would go between the two. I think Stevenson, especially, his style has changed a hell of a lot since his amateur days. Pascal pretty much fights very similar to how he did in the amateurs, whereas Stevenson's style has really changed up quite a lot. But yeah, go and look at the fight, see what you think, and tell me how you would feel about a Pascal Carl Froch rematch. Do you think Pascal could avenge his defeat to Carl Froch? The first fight was very close. It was a lot closer than the judges had it, in my opinion. Could have gone either way. Obviously, it was in Froch's backyard, so Froch got the decision. I'm not complaining about the decision. I'm not saying it was controversial or anything like that, but I think it was a hell of a lot closer than the judges had it. Do you think that he could do better in a Carl Froch rematch? Do you think Froch could do better in a rematch with Pascal? Is it a fight you'd be interested to see? Do you think either guy would be willing to budge in terms of Pascal coming down to fight at a catch weight, or maybe fight at 168, or Froch go up to 175? And obviously, Froch would have to drop his IBF title if he was to make a move like that. But at this stage in Carl Froch's career, is it really about titles or is it about money? Because a Pascal fight is going to be big money. So, that's the question that he has to ask himself, and the question you have to ask yourselves. So drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel about everything I've talked about in this video. This is Hatman. I'm out.